All right. Hey, Twitch, we're back for the next portion of our show tonight. And yeah, Travis, what are we doing?
Yeah. Nina, you had thrown open the four locks on this door, pulled the heavy metal. There's the sound of the whine of unoiled hinges as it swings open, and you see a well-decorated room. There are several curios, a wardrobe to one side, a large four-poster bed. There's a fine rug on the carpet. Several hangings that look like flags or tabards from a noble house. And you recognize the symbols on them, but your eyes are drawn to a window that is flickering. It's brass trimmed over the stone of the wall that it's set in. And the image on top of it starts flickering as though there's an image projected above the window, and it flickers from like a scene of swamp to a scene of like an elven city to a different scene that you don't recognize. And standing in front of it is a man who turns to look at you as you enter. I think you say quickly but quietly, "Friendly, friendly." And he turns to look at you, and he's a man you recognize, and he gives kind of the slightest smile and a polite nod and says, "I hope so. I don't believe we've met. I am Lord Curzon Tegan."
Oh!
I knew it! I knew it! Travis, the second that you said type of trees I recognize, I was thinking it was going to be Lord Tegan.
Lord Tegan, you look different.
So this is the real Tegan?
He looks at Durian and says, "I apologize, sir. I have not yet had the pleasure. You are..."
I'm Sir Durian Burr. I've worked for you, or we've worked for you.
He gives you a sad smile and says, "No, my good sir, I don't believe you have."
That's what we kind of think. That's why we're here.
Lord Tegan, I have a question.
Of course. Please come in. Perhaps we should speak quietly.
Lord Tegan, do you have a wife?
he
No, I mean,
like he like motions you in. Like, do you like come in and close the door behind you, or
no? We can just get locked in here. We don't.
Nina's thirsty.
No, I'm not going in the room completely because I don't want to get locked in the room.
Yeah, you just stand in the entrance, and he like looks at you for a moment and says, "Of course, my lady wife, I hope, is still in Cien."
So you have a duplicate gang. Yeah, right now.
He looks at all of you and says, "I apologize. My courtly courtesy, I'm afraid it's a bit rusty. Are we getting out of here? Is she..."
"Not yet. She's quite hale and healthy. We're here to kill her, but
You see him frown and nod and say, "I understand."
What can you, Lord Tegan? Forgive me.
By all means, however I may help.
We've had many dealings with someone claiming your name.
I don't doubt it.
And your wife was present.
Is she well? Is she healthy?
She's alive.
He like frowns slightly at your wording and says,
she's
"I understand."
She's alive and capable.
He frowned a little more.
There was. I shush everybody around us. I say, "Guys, my lord."
Mizuti's like leaning in, like, "I think I recognize him."
My lord, someone has been posing as you. I don't know the details, but I do know that the lady of this keep, shall we say, the one they call the Black Fang, or whatever else her name is, staged an elaborate attack, and most of the CN Council were wiped out. They were in. I give the name of the city without having.
Yeah, the Ariadne.
Ariadne.
Yeah.
There's been diplomatics goings on. There's a war ongoing. I don't know if you know. There was reason to have the council up to forge an alliance with Ariadne, and the dragon attacked. And
he nods. He nods and kind of waves his hand and says, "I'm sure we can sort all of that out once this business is finished."
Yeah.
I am.
Where does she reside in this manor?
He looks kind of like down the hallway, and he gives like kind of a look like, Durian, give me there's a nobility skill, I believe.
He shoots. He shoots during a look.
Yeah, the stinging nobility, whatever it is.
Knowledge nobility.
Knowledge.
Give me a knowledge nobility check. 20. Generally speaking, you know that like a captured lord or lady is usually not treated like a prisoner. They're held in a nice place, which this room certainly is, and they're expected to kind of endure their captivity to the point where their house makes a deal or fulfills an obligation. And he kind of like leans over and looks past you at the hallway with great longing, and then kind of steels himself a bit and then leans back and says, "Yes, I'm sure there are many things I have missed. However, I am."
The time for niceties is nearing its end. Cien
must
and
agree.
Ariadne are at the brink, and we are here on a desperate mission, and we did not expect to find the real you here.
He smiles sadly and nods.
I don't know what will happen with us, but it will tie up the mistress for some time. I would advise that your life is worth a lot more than even your dignity right now for what you could provide. If you go out the main entrance, it will take you to a swamp. And I quickly, even if he seems to protest, to sort of not take it in, I say, "There's a path. You take the path," and I sort of backtrack him.
Sure. Yeah, and he listens politely to the entire thing, and you all pitch in and describe like, "Oh, go along here. Oh, watch out for this thing. Oh, there was a big snake in the tree." Like you all kind of pitch in and describe the way, and he says, "Thank you. You've helped me much, and I appreciate that. However, until she is no more, I must admit I will be staying here.
She's a dragon. She isn't
No,
your liege.
Durian, he's
liege.
right. It's safer for him if he stays.
I'm afraid I am not much of a warrior, nor am I armed. I would be more than happy to leave with a victorious group like yourselves, but I do not rate my chances highly in the swamps."
Well, Supreme Council, we shall try and make that a possibility. As I give him a nod.
He frowns deeply and says, "I have been elected High Chancellor then."
I don't know about elected yet, but
The other one was.
Yeah, the High Chancellor was eliminated in the attack. I imagine that your captor is making some sort of, or was making a political play, or at least organizing things. Lady Nephish, perhaps.
He nods and says, I have been out of politics for some years now, not of my own volition, of course. I would be happy to set any wrongs righted as best I can, but I cannot leave here alone. It would be death for me. And I do not say that as a matter of cowardice, but as a matter of futility. I will leave here with you or not at all. Unless you have some way to take me out of this place.
I look over it. I don't think, Nina, I don't think it's the right time for that, no.
You know what? Actually,
Hey, who has the bracelet of acid resistance?
You do. You had it on, I believe.
Oh,
you mean half of one? Question mark.
no. I'm just going back
there's
to
a
my
magic
notes.
item.
Yeah,
Oh, no.
there's and who has the +1 Dragobate sword made from the fang of Nashbaran? The blue.
Sharbaran,
I
I
believe-
have Nashor's Tooth.
Fawn does.
Yeah.
Nashor's tooth, yes.
Wait, if
Good.
you have the
Durian.
bracelet, can I have the potion then?
Yeah, I give you the potion.
Okay.
I was just looking back at my notes and old notes. I mean, it's back from November.
Yeah, I think that's in a journal entry that you can all see. It is currently on Durian's character sheet. So let me go. So you did procure this.
Yeah.
Yes. That's right. So I'm wearing that.
So
Okay.
so let's technical note. Let's be clear. The potions will reduce it by 50%. The bracer will reduce it by 15 points. So the bracelet is better to give to someone with high HP. The potions are better to give to someone low HP. It's not a point now. We can say who has what.
Okay.
If and when we start a battle.
Okay.
So
Okay.
going back to the interaction, Lord Tegan kind of looks at you curiously, Nina, as you say, "Well, actually," and like Durian kind of
Yeah.
there's a look,
No,
there's a shushing.
I did that to Durian. Like, 1 second. I'm gonna actually pull out some paper and a quill quickly, and then at this point, Travis, how good can I write in common?
No, we haven't been practicing lately.
So
I've been practicing with her.
There are 3 or 4, or if you count the Lord, 5 people that could write in common. Like you can get someone to write a note. What do you want to write?
It's actually a note to Hexia.
Yeah, sure. What do you
Just
write
saying who this is and like who this actually is and like sort of the situation that's going on. And I'll put some kind of mark, maybe like something I might have that would define me. Like I guess maybe the phoenix on my back. So I'll try and sketch like a little phoenix. And I'm gonna actually give the note to Lord Tegan. Like if this comes up later, Travis, I'll be more specific with my note. And I'm gonna give him the stone. And I'm gonna tell him, Lord Tegan, should we not return in 1 day? I literally mean 1 day. Probably assumes that we're dead.
Of course.
I want you to
I
take
will
the
likely
stone.
be able to see the results. And he like taps the window and it like switches to the front view of like the entrance to the manor. You recognize the path you walked on.
Huh.
You can see the hobgoblin's like hasty footprints out.
Actually, while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to dictate a second note to Lady Wasantha as well. But once again, situation comes up, I'll be more specific what I'm writing. I want you to take the stone and crush it. There you will meet 1, maybe 2 eccentric people. Bear with me, they are kind of good in heart. Just eccentric might be the word to describe it. One will be called Hexia, the other one will be called Plagoth. Don't be afraid of Plagoth, he's a dragon.
He like cocks an eyebrow and he says,
Just
"Not
not,
black,
just
I hope."
not. No. We helped him, he helped us. He still kind of technically owes us a little bit. I want you to give them this letter. And then
He takes it very
From there.
gingerly and says, "I will take a dragon in my debt than one I am indebted to any day." And he like tucks it very carefully into his vest.
I want you to, whether it's quietly, or with the aid of Hexia and Plagoth, track down Lady Lysantha and give her this note.
He nods and says, Lady Lysantha, a great dragon hunter in my early time, and it appears she has trained fine apprentices. He tucks it into like the other side of his vest, and he says, I appreciate this more than you can know, but I would not begrudge you keeping the stone for yourselves. I still think that going to some random location with a random person will not be...
Good.
They might
I'll
not
take this.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Oh.
Here.
Well, if all due respect, if we fail, then maybe Lady Lysantha can do something about not having the entire country of Cien loyally burned over by a dragon and a double ganger.
Yeah, he kind of rubs his chin and nods and says, you want an epilogue episode where you can find out what I do after you all die.
So, how about this
No,
is my way?
I don't want that. I want you to give me
this
the
is,
stone. Just
this-
give it to me.
I'll go through the epilogue.
This is
I
my
can.
version of a backup plan in case we happen to all die.
Sure. So yeah,
that's what he
so realistically one of your characters could survive, but they could not obviously write the political issue. So
Yeah.
that's a question for the group. Does one of your characters' survival mean more to you as a collective group of players than the resolution of the issues that have been going on?
For me, I'd rather see something that we've actually had our hand and part in, unfortunately, be resolved.
So the question is, do we put one of ourselves out from our get out of jungle free card to this guy, and then he can go back and prove that, hey, something's up. Look, there's two of me.
You give us an epilogue anyway, right, Travis?
I will. It's dependent on how happy you want it to be, or how, I guess, successful to the goals of the party.
Okay.
Durian's goal is to survive and make heirs, so it's up to you guys.
Any of us
Like
can get,
memories.
any of us can get out here and talk to Lady Lysantha, but Curzon here, he'll have way more weight than any of us will have.
Yeah, that's
Absolutely.
the reason why I'm thinking of doing this.
I
And to be
agree.
honest, we're basically fully responsible for the shit that's now just happened.
I wouldn't
No.
say that, but like, I mean,
Okay,
Lysantha
we
Lysantha
helped
has
out-
weight, but Curzon backing her, that will go a lot farther than just Lysantha.
helped out Lord Tegan on several occasions, and then Lady Nephish.
Yeah, so did the whole country. We all got duped. This isn't on us.
Unknowingly, no, but I mean, I now feel greatly responsible for the shit that's now happened.
Okay.
So yeah, like accepting all that, what do you guys want to do? Do you want to give it to him, or do you want to have one of you keep it yourselves?
Oh,
I don't need it.
I'll give it to him. Everybody
Caven?
wants like character. Wants to...
Caven's got a baby on the way.
Caven wants it.
Durian really likes not dying.
I mean, the worst case scenario came in is you run all the way back to Lord Tegan and grab the stone and crush it.
If we're in that bad
Okay.
trouble, that's not an I don't know if that's gonna happen.
Durian's got the quick runner shirt, so you
Yeah,
know.
he's got
Yeah.
quick runner and invisibility.
Yeah.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Caven would. I don't know. Caven's not putting his foot down, but he would take it.
I think it best that we hold on to it until this task is finished.
So 50-50 split.
50-50? Alright. I am going to roll 1d2. And if it's a 1, as long as the group agrees with this, since it's split 50-50, we can just make it a neutral thing.
Yeah, I don't think we're.
Awesome.
Let the
So
fates decide. Let Knuffles decide.
so on a 1, you guys keep it. On a 2, you give it away. You guys keep it. Who takes it?
I
Durian
give
or
it to Caven.
Caven?
Or let Caven
Caven?
hold it.
Okay. Caven's got a kid on the way.
Oh boy.
So Caven, you are the designated survivor. You're Kiefer Sutherland.
yes.
You will become the president.
I have no
When
intention of
Okay,
that.
no.
Little
well, in
do
that
you know,
case-
Travis, I'm not playing Kiefer on that show. I'm playing Kiefer as Jack Bauer. And
Okay.
I win.
In that
Well,
case,
I mean,
Travis,
if your pistol is a longbow that can shoot down dragons, that would be great.
Okay. I take it and I put it in a wherever I can. So I'll have
Yep.
it.
Lord Tegan nods and says it's just as well. I don't think I would be much use without at least some of you, and I hope to walk out of here with some of you.
in that case,
Sorry. Go ahead,
Travis.
Yeah.
Third note. Can we get Lord Tegan to write something about what's actually happening and get him to sign it?
Yeah.
I don't
so,
think it matters.
No, it's an
Give it to
I don't think
Caven.
it matters. But does he have like some kind of signet ring, or whatever?
He has one. It's very familiar. You've seen it before.
Damn it.
It's the-
Okay.
it's the
So
cur-
it's
the
not
Tegan.
super special. Okay. Cool.
Can we get him to write a note and sign it with the signet ring to address to Lady with Santa? Just
Yeah,
explaining
how
what's
about
happening.
this? How about we say like
We can, but we had.
we're
a ring
making our
anyways.
move. We're making our move. Get your affairs in order, whatever the outcome.
He nods and says, I would hope to be leaving with you, but if you... He nods at you, Caben, and says, if things go poorly, you could still get away and have my word, if not my presence. I can write you something, yes. And he starts writing a note, and he says, I can fill this with some anecdotes that only the lords and ladies I name would know. It sounded like High Counselor Lendriel Halari had been killed in this attack. And you know, that's like the old woman who had been the High Counselor
Yes.
before him.
Yeah.
Totally dragon melted. All just like,
Yeah,
Yes.
we
We-
tell him who's still alive.
we can name which ones died
yeah.
and which ones are alive.
Yeah, so he writes out a note that includes Lady Sudoril, who you've worked with before, freeing her.
Sudafed.
Yeah, Lady Sudafed, freeing her daughter from a pirate ship. Lord Gembright, the dwarven lord, who was not with the diplomatic party.
Lord
Uh,
Arendelle.
Yeah, no, he was melted by dragon.
Oh, he's not.
Yeah, Arendelle was dead. Is now.
But Lady Lysantha as well. So he names out your allies that even if only Caben would get away, they would still be able to have some proof that that Lord Tegan is not Lord Tegan.
Sure.
Cool.
Right.
He notarizes that, presses his signet ring into it, rolls it up and seals it and hands it to you, Caben, and says, I hope we don't need to use this.
No.
Me too.
Now, unfortunately, sir, to make sure that she and anyone else who could be around isn't any wise to this, we are going to have to actually lock the door.
I was going to request this of you. Thank you, my dear. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll be back.
Before you go, may the light of Coralon Lorethian bless your path.
I pause.
I just look at Durian.
and then give a nod and little bow. Or
Right.
whatever.
Mhm.
Durian, may Amareth guide us. Click. So it's just me like closing the door and going click. I don't want to do this.
Oh well,
Click.
before you close the door, I give him an elf wink on the way out.
He
The elf week returns.
he smiles sadly and gives you an elf wink back. It's 2 times more effective than a normal wink.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so you close the door and you ka-chunk, 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 kunk, lock him back in.
guess-
So he had directed you that to the far end, opposite of his door, was what he believed to be her study, and in the middle was the ladies' chambers themselves.
Could be something useful in the study, I guess. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go drink this lady's wine.
Killed her gnome.
All right, let's do this.
So you guys go across the hallway as stealthily as possible, and yeah, you open the door to the study. It is an expansive room, far larger than you would expect, given the sizing of the keep, but fucking weird goddamn TARDIS rules anyway. There are books stacked high on shelves. Benches from which to read and study from, and in one large corner is a table and a pair of walls meeting at the corner that have maps that are drawn and pinned and have all kinds of annotations and things stuck to them. You see several markers around CN, one of which you see the islands to the north where you fought the pirates, marked and then scribbled out. You see some arrows pointing towards the capital of Ariadnish, where the dragon made its appearance, and yeah, you see other notes, you see a circle around the Grey Elf village where Nephany and Terias were from. You see several small markings where you originally found the signet rings in a goblin cave. You see some annotations that read in Draconic, which I believe, Durian, you can read, and it says... in the mountains between Platinus and Taurus, it says, Recumen, beware, he's reckless.
Huh.
And yeah,
Okay.
just a plethora of notes and scribblings.
Time to fold up this. And Kaven, you get to put this in your backpack.
Can I fit it in?
Yeah, I mean, you
Roll
can
it up,
grab some of it.
everything.
You can sift through and see whatever would be you feel most incriminating.
Okay.
So yeah, you can sift through the evidence. Can I get a is search a thing? Survival spellcraft. Let's just get a perception check from everyone except Nina and Caven. I think the two of you are getting notes and stuffing his backpack full.
Sure.
Oh yeah, this is useful.
Yeah. So Fawn and Durian.
Yeah, Nina and I are like, oh my gosh, look at this. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's could even be some plants in here.
Yeah, so along with all the books and stuff, there are the obvious trappings of a noble's manor, right? There are several things of value scattered across the shelves here and there. All kinds of trinkets and baubles that are worth good money. But Fawn, you spot on the wall something that's hung up and is on display, obviously more for its importance than its intrinsic value, and that something is, let's see here, I am going to roll some die.
Oh, here we go.
So it
Plus
is
5
something.
awesomeness.
It's probably not a +5 scythe of awesomeness.
Hey, it could be a cipher of the
That's
future.
unfortunate.
Yeah, it's a bow. Don't worry.
So, it is a ring. So it's not a big display thing, but it is a ring of. There we go. Of. Ooh, interesting. It is a ring of spell turning. So 3 times per day on command, the simple platinum band automatically reflects the next 9 levels of spells cast at the wearer. Yeah.
I don't. Is a breath weapon a spell?
No,
It
but
is
No, but
the gnome
It
shit
isn't.
is.
I am going to recommend myself or Fawn for this one, actually.
Yeah.
Because I know a lot of
like
people hit me with spells in particular, because,
Mhm.
yeah. And I have, like, no wisdom to save myself from more
Yep.
spells.
So basically, this is the spell that it casts upon you once per day. And if there's a question on what you roll, it's 9 spell levels. And yeah, Fawn. So you and Caben find this. Give me an
Fawn
is
and Durian.
Fawn and Durian. Yes. Durian, good. I was gonna ask for a roll. You don't need it. You know through training, you're training on like crafting magical items and shit. This thing is like, it's probably worth about 100,000 gold.
Oh,
Nothing is worth anything if we don't get out of here.
It's Caven
I
Jr.'s
recommend
college
I
fund.
wear the ring and I take the rock and I leave.
no.
I mean, you've got House Burr of Titan's Hill that you could easily fund just by selling this. Keep in mind, you have to find someone who has that much money to.
And not to
Buy it.
mention you have to drag
Llewellyn
something
can
up
make
the
it.
entire
Llewellyn.
time.
Yeah, but Llewellyn's going to charge you 20% commission, and you know.
No, he's not.
But we'll get
yes,
his
he will.
lifelong friendship. That's the bonus.
For 20,000 gold, he would be good
I would
friends.
take less. I would take less than 100,000 from him and favors owed that make up the difference.
He'll take it. Do you warp out?
I mean,
But you give a cursory evaluation of what this ring is and how much it's worth. And
who has the ring? So who's got the ring? Fawn?
It's between you and Fawn.
Right now, you guys
I look
have
at
it.
Fawn and I say,
Ellison
look
wants
at
it.
yeah. I look at Fawn and I say, you are in possession of the yearly wealth of a small, palatinous town, mining town, profitable one.
Yeah, you slip it on her finger.
And I say the command it's when you command it. Is there a command word or is it just defend me?
Yeah, the command word is away to turn the spells
Yeah,
away.
I say like normally, from what I know of these spells, the command is away, and you say it, and it will help. Spells will die at your feet. Energies will fail.
Ooh.
Sounds ideal.
Be
I slide it on my
warned,
finger.
You slide it on your finger.
Actually, there's something to be warned of this, actually. Healing spells won't work on you either. Potentially.
If she can, no,
No,
she's
I
got to
choose.
command it, Josh. It's a command. It's
Oh,
command.
I
activated.
thought you command it and then it persists. I thought it was the spells that target you.
No, it will block.
yeah,
It will
I'll say
block.
it blocks spells you don't wish to receive.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
Yeah, you command it active, and it will block. So like 4 levels of spell, and then another level spell, and so
Mhm.
it's you
Yep.
probably deactivate it basically.
Basically, one activation of this ring turns away a wish or a miracle.
Oh,
why
never
would you
mind.
want to turn one of those away right now, though?
I mean, one used against you.
Also,
Yeah,
a
Never mind. I
couple,
didn't read that bit. No,
a
healing
couple
works.
pretty badass spells. Like
So yeah, Fawn, you slip the ring on your finger, and you feel like an almost instant warmth, as though you have a companion guarding your back. Yeah, like the hug of someone protecting you, and And yeah, Caben, you and Nina finished like sifting through the evidence, grabbing the juiciest bits, stuffing it into Caben's backpack. You take out like his tent and his rations. What the fuck's he need that for? You're fighting a dragon.
That's true.
So yeah, there's a couple of random supplies left on the table. You've got as much evidence as you can carry, while still being effective with your bow. There appears to be nothing else of interest in the library.
All right.
Let's go kill a dragon.
So yeah, you guys gather up your stuff. You head over to the final door.
And I assume it's where people who have potions consumes them for, make me figure that stuff out, and people who are using them consume the potions for acid resistance.
It's up
Probably
to
the
you.
final chance.
Figure that out.
I'm leaving that up to you.
It's probably the final chance to use them without
Sure.
already starting the
Okay.
encounter.
So the topic was bracelet versus potion. Durian, you got a choice. Which one do you want both?
Yep.
Do you want to split them up?
Well, Caven, you have high hit points, right?
I'm higher than Durian.
You're probably better off with the bracelet and Durian taking the half damage from all poison.
I'm more mobile, though. Or rather, I tend to be on the move more. I'll keep the bracelet. You take what'll be more. It'll be fine.
Okay. I'm good at evading breath weapons too. So
That's true. Yeah,
I have
if you
a
make
habit
your
of being able-
save, you don't get hit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I'll take the
The bracelet.
Let's see.
wait. What am I?
Me,
Sorry. Potion is
Potion.
reducing by 15 points. Bracelet is 50%.
Opposite.
Reverse that.
Opposite? Oh.
Yep, bracelets off the top. The potions, the 2 potions that you have, are halved. They just half the damage
Then Durian,
of
you
that type.
should take a potion. I should take the bracelet.
All right.
It'll help you more.
yeah, you'd definitely survive longer.
Usually my
I also
issues
vote.
outside of game. Usually my issues are I have far more actions I need to do than I can do
Drink
in
a
a
potion.
turn.
No, I'm saying drink a potion right now. It lasts for
I don't know if we want to drink the potion right now.
how long does the
I mean,
potion
we're
last,
literally
Travis?
probably-
Okay, I'm removing Bracer of Acid Resistance from my character sheet. You add it to yours, and
Alright.
I have one
Bracer.
potion of acid reduction.
It's a
or
bracer
whatever.
or a bracelet?
Bracelet.
Okay.
Bracelet. Whatever.
Doesn't matter much.
I just want to make sure I have
Oh.
bracers otherwise. So
It's on your it's under your items, Caben. There are the details if you want to see it.
it's a on.
Vaughn, do you
120?
have
Okay.
anything to protect you?
Bracelet.
Also, Travis.
Besides being as good as dodging as Caven.
Cool.
So Durian also has his spells that he can cast. Obviously,
yeah.
he's got a couple of good defensive ones if he wishes to use them. Of course.
Do you, Travis, the
Hmm?
Blood Link amulet? We sold that to Llewellyn.
Yep.
Was that part of one of our trades? Okay. I need to remove
gone.
that. Yeah, I need to remove that from my list. I was just checking. What were the blue with bronze gauntlets? Cleaning house before the end.
The blue, you had one left. It was on Amareth's severed arm when you recovered it.
Oh no, I had Amareth's thing noted separately, but the blue with bronze
I
was
think we
Amareth's.
We recovered.
Oh,
those.
I'm sorry, the gauntlets. You
Yeah.
sold those.
We
You
sold those. We recovered them in the ruins and we sold them.
Got it. Thank you. Deleted. And I put on my cowboy outfit. No, let's go.
Awesome.
Sorry, I was just trying to tidy
so,
some
yeah.
stuff up.
the
So
last
yeah,
potion.
anything you guys want to do?
I was going to say, the last potion, are we giving it to Fawn or are we going to give it to Violet? This was 2 potions, we've only used 1.
Fawn had one
Absolutely
and Durian
fine.
had one.
Yeah, fucking go with the player
Yeah,
characters.
player here. Let's not
Yeah.
let's not pretend here.
Oh,
Don't
I-
overthink
I
this.
just think
Don't
so.
overthink this.
They're
Violet's got
Sounding
a wand of. By the way, Jimmy, if you want to add it to her right away, Violet's got a wand of magic missile. She can cast her magic missile spell. It's got 10 charges. So just add 10 to her count and just remember she's only got one
magic
charge.
missile left. Yeah.
Yep, she's got 1 charge that she can use for not magic missile. Otherwise, she's
Well,
gonna magic missile.
she doesn't have anything 1 cost anyway, so
Oh, okay.
it's resist
Anything that
acid is-
doesn't list a cost is 1 cost.
All right.
No, it says acid splash costs 0.
Right. So she can she can do magic missile 11 times.
Got it.
Yep.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
There you go. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. And are we good to go another hour?
Yes.
Yes.
Jimmy, you okay? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's a great spot for a break. You guys prep, and you open the door.
All right. And that's when it cuts commercial break really fast.
Boom!
We'll be back in 2 to 5 minutes, guys, for the final part of our show tonight. Please stick around. Thanks for watching. Hey, guys, we're actually going to end up cutting it off here tonight. We had some possible stuff from baby stuff, and you know, it's a great cliffhanger anyways, so next week we're going to open the last door and start tackling this big bad of our campaign, the dragon and everything. So if you liked the show, please give us a follow, and if you can always catch up on YouTube's, and we'll be back next week on the 10th. We play at the times played on the screen, and yeah, thanks for watching again, and come watch us kill this dragon. Thanks for watching, guys. Good night.